let's go back a little bit in Orioles history. Maybe this debut wasn't quite as anticipated like an Adley Rutschman or a Kyle Stowers or a Kyle Bradish, but you know what? He was a good Baltimore Oriole. And with us right now, I hate to say it, but Toronto Blue Jays broadcaster, my old friend Caleb Joseph. Caleb, how are you?
Hey, Brett. Doing well. Thanks for having me.
Well, you're a broadcaster, and I can't say I'm surprised because I remember maybe 10 or 12 years ago, used to go to my old radio show in Sarasota, and you would just watch, you wanted to participate, so I'm not surprised at all where you are right now.
Yeah, it was always something that I thought this might be something that intrigues me later on, and had great teachers in Don and you and Steve and Rock, and just trying to hang out with everybody and get to know the business a little bit while I was still playing. And had an opportunity here with the Toronto Blue Jays and just kind of ran with it. They're an exciting club to cover, but it's different not being on the field. I'm enjoying every minute of this broadcast kind of second career.
Well, let's talk about the Orioles. I know you've watched it from afar. You saw it a little bit last night. As we all know, a very young club, a lot of really highly touted prospects getting to the big leagues at the same time. Adley Rutschman, the top prospect in baseball. Kyle Stowers last night. Kyle Bradish, the pitcher, on the mound. What's your sense of where the team is as they try and climb back in the mix in the American League East?
Yeah, absolutely. They're not a pushover. They were younger, way younger last year, and kind of experimenting with a couple of other people. But yeah, the emergence of Stowers, Rutschman, some pitchers really last night really impressed me. Bradish was unbelievable. His stuff is electric. What Elias and Sig have been able to do is really kind of grow within the draft, and you're seeing Orioles fans are able to see some of the fruits of that labor here. And there's some promise in Birdland, and you know, my heart tends to lean into Birdland a lot because of such amazing memories there. And so the future looks to be up and up. And yes, they played a tough game yesterday, but I have no doubt that Hyde will have his club ready to battle tonight.
How hard is it for young prospects, Caleb, to deal with the pressure from now the outside baseball world, where everyone knows who the top prospect in baseball now? It's been talked about for years. The pressure from a fan base, the pressure from the organization and teammates. How hard is that to deal with?
Yeah, it's big, and I can't really even relate to Adley Rutschman. I wasn't a first overall pick. I made my debut at 27, had a great mentor in Matt Wieters, and it's one of those things, defensively, it's going to take a minute. And I know a lot of people are worried about the offense early on, but the defense is, for me, the biggest part. And he has shown some really quiet, good, soft hands. I love the way he moves back there. He's incredibly agile. His blocking ability is off the charts in an area that I think is underrated right now with a lot of guys going to one knee. He is able to save 90-feet increments with his blocking alone. I've seen a couple throws. He's got a good, strong arm. The bat is there. It will play. There's no secret anymore. There used to be kind of an intrigue part of when a guy would come up. Okay, what is this guy going to do? What's he going to show us? But with all the technology and all the info that everybody has in the minor leagues, it's as if they are playing in the big leagues from the get-go. So they're able to attack weaknesses right out the gate. It's going to take a minute for him to adjust, but everything that I've seen shows a lot of promise out of Adley Rutschman. I'm excited about his development.
Caleb, let's go back to 2014. You kind of came to the rescue. Matt Wieters goes down pretty early in the season. It's a pennant-driving team. I don't think there was any doubt about that, but you lose your starting catcher, you lose an all-star catcher, and then there you are in the big leagues, and you hit some big home runs that season. You catch some really impressive pitching performances. Take us back to 2014.
Yeah, 14. What a season. Just what a memorable season. And when it's your first season in the big leagues, you think, oh, this is amazing. Like, this is where it's at. It's never going to be any worse than this. And sure enough, it's hard to replicate. It's hard to duplicate. I had amazing teammates, Adam Jones, Wieters, Hardy, Scope, all of these guys that were just phenomenal teammates that are still friends to this day. 14 was so special. The way that the fans and the city rallied around us that year. But yes, coming in as a rookie, there was a lot of pressure to win and win now. An amazing manager in Buck Showalter. It's one of my favorite memories about Baltimore was that 14 season and becoming AL East champs, something that nobody will ever be able to take away from us.
There were legitimate all-stars on that team. We all know maybe some future Hall of Famers, but I look back at that team, and there was Caleb Joseph, there was Ryan Flaherty, there was Steve Pearce, and a lot of guys that may not have garnered the attention of the obvious Adam Jones, Matt Wieters, J.J. Hardy. And I just saw your former teammate Ryan Flaherty manage a major league game. What was your reaction to that?
I was shocked. I had to text Mark Trumbo, a former teammate of mine. What is he doing out there? And I realized that Bob Melvin had some COVID stuff going on, but to see him walking out and smacking that gum, I've seen that a million times, and just kind of throw the arm up there. Good for him. He has really kind of established himself as somebody that's a priority there in San Diego, and I'm happy for him. He's a great baseball mind. But yes, some of those role players, because we were sitting the bench and watching a lot, we got to learn, and we got to learn from guys like Buck Showalter and John Russell and Wayne Kirby, these guys that really brought a wealth of knowledge. It's something that I look back on and pull from to this day. Those were memories that I will hold dear to me for a long time, and the knowledge that they were able to send to us, it's something that we're still pulling from today.
Caleb, you played here for 5 seasons. What's your favorite Orioles memory?
Oh, man. Probably by far the 2014 AL East, just championship in general, but the Delman Young hit, man, with Hardy coming around to score, it just something else about that. I have shown that video to hundreds of people, like, what's your favorite moment? I'd say, just watch this. And all of those camera angles, people jumping up and down, it was something else. But to go along with that, just the joy that we felt of winning the AL East, it's something I'll never forget. I can remember spraying champagne on the guys. It's something else. And Buck used to say, you never know when it's your last. And man, that was the one and only time I was able to win a title, and so happy that it was with that group in Baltimore.
Former Oriole and current Blue Jays broadcaster, one of our favorites, Caleb Joseph. Caleb, thank you so much.
Thank you, Birdland, for all your love over the years. Miss you guys.